I am here with Maya Argenta, recent graduate from the University of Iowa and one of the great characters of the Newman Center of past years. I am trying to get out of the office to go on a reconnaissance canoe trip for next Monday's actual canoe trip. And so I'm dressed strangely. Maya's not. But what I wanted to do for my Friday email is to make it even better by making it a Friday video. Maya has a story to tell, and I'm going to have her tell it with me. So, I want to start with how you came into the Newman Center.
Yes.
All right, so just take it away and tell me a story.
All right. Well, I ended up coming to the Newman Center, so we have a new student event for all freshmen, and me and my college roommate Cheyenne, and we're both now Catholic, so that's a cool little tidbit. But we ended up coming to the new student event. Neither of us were Catholic, but we were both interested kind of in just exploring the different religious options on campus, and we ended up both going to a different group called Crew for a little bit. But I ended up not kind of enjoying that atmosphere, and I ended up falling into the party scene a little bit. And at a low point, I ended up coming back to Mass because it was something that was familiar. I had been to the Newman Center before, and I just wanted to kind of alleviate my conscience a little bit, get some good graces, and then leave it right away. But I was intercepted by some of our missionaries that were handing out Bible study cards, inviting students to Bible study. I filled one out so I could leave. And sure enough, the next week I had gotten a text message from Olivia Alberg, and she was inviting me to Bible study, and I said no. And she invited me again the next week, and I said no. And she invited me a third time, and of course 3 as the magic number. I said yes on the third time. I went to Bible study, scared out of my mind. I'd never been to a Bible study before. I knew none of these women, but she was so persistent that I should come that I was like, all right, fine, I'll just go so that she'll stop asking me. And I ended up going and finding some of my best friends, falling in love with this community, getting invited back constantly, invited to fun events, social events, Bible study events, discipleship, Mass, TNM, all the good things, all the retreats. And it was a slow and gradual process. It was not always easy, but everyone here is so welcoming, so inviting, and so desiring of my heart to fall more in love with Jesus that I couldn't say no. And I just kept saying yes and coming back, and here we are.
So when did it really take hold so it wasn't necessary for the invitations anymore? Or transition to when did you start inviting people?
I think once I realized that my friends were here, I was like, these are now my friends, after kind of coming to that TNM, after probably a semester of being here and seeing that there are people that are coming after me. There are more people that I'm not the new girl anymore, there's more people coming and there's more people to invite. And I think that opened the door where it's just, there's so many more people that need to experience the joy that's here. And they're all out here on campus waiting to be asked, just like I was.
Okay. I'm going to give you 3 choices, right. Whatever comes to mind.
Okay.
Tell me something about a retreat. I can't remember, mission trip.
Yes.
Or a Sikh event.
Okay. I'm going to do the retreats here because those are the highlight of my Newman experience. But this past fall, I emceed the event, which was super duper fun. And that meant I got to meet every single person on the retreat, basically. Everyone had come up to
80.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, 90, I think.
Okay.
We were, it was insane. And I got to meet all the new freshmen, have them have a familiar face. All of them knew who I was, at least, because I was up at the front. And so it was really cool just being a leader there, being oh my gosh, these people know who I am, and I can be that resource that other people were for me. And it was a very full circle moment. And retreats are just so full of funny memories because you're up super late talking, and it's the time that the memories are really made. I remember my first retreat it was the time that I kind of felt I felt like a home. I was oh my gosh, these are people that we're doing stuff outside of our campus. We're doing stuff outside of ourselves. We're actually entering into something that's much bigger, and we get to go out into the woods and just live a little.
Awesome. Okay. You're going to do something kind of amazing
Yes.
in just a few days.
Yeah, Thursday.
I want the lead up to it.
Okay.
When did you first find out? When did your heart say, I have to? And what did you tell us a little bit about your adventure?
Okay. The craziest thing part about the story is that I only got confirmed in February. Like, I entered this church fully February, and it's just been a whirlwind since then. But Mother Teresa has been on my heart for a lot longer than I could have ever expected it to be, and it just, she has been a model for me even before I was Catholic. And I had been praying, and I was like, okay, I think that God is calling me to this. And so I went and I did an internship last summer, and I loved it. But I was like, you know what? I don't know if this is exactly where I'm being called. And I'd always wanted to go out. I'd always wanted to do something that's more, and I wanted to go somewhere far away, and because it makes your trust in the Lord that much stronger. It's like, that is, I will not know anybody. I'm not going to know the language. I'm not going to know the food. It's like, this is all completely God, and it's cool, and it's something where I knew I wanted to expand on my faith. I knew I wanted to do something like this, and I think that after kind of at the beginning of that, after that retreat, actually, really, that fall retreat last fall, I was like, you know what? I think I need to look into this more, because I love being a person who gets to just help other people find Jesus. And it's like, okay, that's what a missionary does.
Yeah.
And we're all missionaries, like you said in your homily yesterday. We're all missionaries.
So what are you doing?
But I'm going to Romania.
Okay.
I'm going to Romania to serve the children of Romania, to serve the prisons in Romania, and to kind of help with the refugees from the Ukraine that'll be coming into our...
And what's the name of the organization?
Consolatio.
Tell me. I'm gonna make you turn around so we can get the back of your shirt. Sure.
Let's see if we can get a good angle on it.
You're gonna have to. You have to be able to read this. We might be able to flip this around, but it's actually showing it in reverse. So I'm gonna read it. Consolatio, suffering penetrated by the light of love, to be with another in their solitude, so that it ceases to be solitude. Pope Benedict XVI.
That's the goal.
All right.
It's very similar to Christ in the City. I always call it International Christ in the City. We were lucky enough to have a group of people that went out to Christ in the City this year.
Yes.
And just, yeah, exactly. Serving the homeless populations, and just being a friend, being someone to talk to. And
okay.
That's the
And
goal.
you're leaving when?
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay. And
6 days?
you'll be gone for how long?
18 months.
18 months.
18 months.
All right. Well, one of the great joys of this week was being able to, in a sense, commission you. I don't know what they call it, but we had a little ritual at the end of Mass, or actually it was right after the homily, and asked her if she was ready for this, poured out God's graces upon her, and so even the new freshmen that haven't had a chance to know you now know you and know that you're going to Romania, and I think that plants a seed in every heart. Wow, I could do something amazing, whether it's home or in Romania. So.
Everyone can do it.
Maya, you are a true blessing to me, and I can't wait to hear more of your story as it unfolds, the adventure. All right?
It's a joy.
All right. God bless you.
Thanks,
Give me
brother.
a hug, awkward hug. There we go. All right. That's it. Happy Friday.
Happy weekend. Go Hawks.